All right. Hi, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. I know it's kind of short notice, but hopefully I can help you this week. I think we have, what's today's date? I don't know. We have a week and a half left of the challenge. Look at my calendar. So we're September, oh my gosh, August 22nd. So yeah, we have a week and a half left of our challenge, Team Cup. And have you guys received your emails on where our points are for the team? Yeah, that's all right. It's actually more than I've gotten in the past, so I guess that's a good thing. um, Always got to improve, right? Even if it's by 1 point. so, so yeah, that's just to kind of let us know where we're at as a team. And so I just wanted to get our heads in the right place and kind of help us for the last week and a half of the month to, get our focus on. And tonight I wanted to focus on our power hour to make sure that we're taking advantage of the little time that we have and staying focused. Because I know how difficult it can be staying focused during that time. I've struggled with it in the past. And especially with the newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed is like a big distractor for me. And so I'm going to talk about how we can make sure that we utilize that 1 hour or half an hour to our best ability so that we can get as much done and be able to talk to as many people as we can and be able to get more focused. So hopefully in the next week and a half, we can push through. I know I'm up for the challenge to do a Success Club rally to kind of help us to at least help 3 people. That's all we need. So we can all at least get the Success Club 5 points for the month. And so I'm up for the challenge. Again, it's 7 days or so, 10 days of the month so that we can hit our goals at least. And so I was going to show you guys. I literally found this on Pinterest, and there was another one that I've used that Liz has put on her page as well, but I decided to use this one. There was a couple that I found on Pinterest, and I like them, so that's why I'm gonna share those with you right now. So this is just a simple one that I found, and I liked it because it had time limits on it. And it literally spells out what you should do. Like spend 5 minutes adding. Does not take 5 minutes to add 2 friends on Facebook, but it takes like a second. So you can time yourself in 5 minutes, add friends, and probably in 5 minutes you can probably add like 10 to 15 friends on Facebook. The next 5 minutes you can create a list from your previous day post. So what does that mean? So all your posts that you posted the day before, people that have liked it, you can put their name on a list and contact them or message them just to see how they're doing. Because I actually do that a lot because people that are liking my post means that it's reaching them in some way. So I know that they'll probably message me back, like they won't leave me hanging because they've at least been following me. So it's a good tip to follow. And again, it's 5 minutes, and you can do that for the following day. Then number 3, you can spend 15 minutes starting new conversations. I don't know if any of you guys have done the power hour with Liz, or she does the 30 minute power 30 minutes or something like that, she calls it. And she's gone through this in a live chat with everybody. So if you guys haven't done it with her, it's pretty awesome. But it's pretty much this. So the 5 new conversations, you spend 15 minutes doing that. You invite 2 new people. Again, in 10 minutes, you can do probably more than 2 people. And for 10 minutes, you can do follow-up conversations. And then 5 minutes posting in your challenge group, team page. And then the last 10 minutes, create posts for later use or plan hooks or whatever that may be. So this actually should total a full hour. And then, it gives you the tips in the bottom here. What you should do is set the timer on your phone. And when we've done it with Liz on her calls, what we do is turn off our phone, put it on silent, turn off the notifications on Facebook so we're not distracted, and literally put a timer for each of these tasks. And as soon as that timer goes off, it's like we move on to the next item on the list, so that we don't linger, we don't waste time, we don't, our time is limited. And so that's what I love about that. And then the other one that I saw, hopefully this doesn't. This one is, I like this one too. It didn't have the time limits on it, but I liked it because it had a few other things on there. And I thought that it would be good to focus on this because we're all coaches. And there's additional stuff that we need to do sometimes as coaches. So I figured this would help you as well to kind of focus your time as well during that hour. So you can cut back on the hour for like those conversations and maybe leave 15 minutes of the hour to do the rest of these. So the one that that you want to always be doing as a coach is checking your breaking news in your Coach Online office and new customers too. If you've hit Success Club the last month, you get free leads. So you want to follow up with those people. And you want to be checking in on each of the pages, and scheduling your posts. So Sandra, oh my gosh. Yes, you're gonna fall. So hopefully, let me see. Stop share. Okay, there we go. So I just wanted to show you guys that, just so you guys can have an idea of where your focus should be on that hour. Because sometimes we get bogged down on like trying to figure out where should we start, where should we be with our daily like tasks. And for me, it has helped me to figure out like how to plan my day. And even for my like miracle morning that I'm sharing every single day now since I started that book, I time myself for each of the items. And so like I every morning I have to kind of remind myself, okay, what am I doing again? And I literally have like 10, okay, let me see if I can see it. Like I have 10 minutes for silence, 10 minutes for personal development, 10 minutes of journaling, 10 minutes of workout, or a 30-minute workout. And then the 10-minute words of affirmation, because that's part of the tasks. That was probably backwards in the camera. I don't know if it was or not, but okay. So it's the idea is to like anytime we sit down, because I always try to figure this out too when I first started as a coach, is like, what do I do? Like, where do I start? And I didn't know where to focus my time. And once I started doing like a time limit for each of my tasks on my list, I felt like I was getting more done in that 1 hour than I was spending 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon trying to catch up doing whatever. So for me, I can spend more time now doing more coaching stuff now that I'm working less hours outside of the home. But in the beginning, I couldn't. And so this is what I did, guys, to be able to succeed and be able to stay focused and make sure that I'm getting the most important things done for the business, which is contacting and prospecting and messaging people and building relationships. That's why the follow-ups, the new conversations, the invites, those are important. Doing your workout obviously is important, and posting in the challenge group and all that. But the most critical thing, if I did not message people for the day, then I haven't done my job. And so that's how I determine how well I've done for the day. Is I always look back and evaluate myself, and I think, okay, how many people have I contacted today? And some days, there's days when I haven't, and it'll be like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't messaged anybody. I've posted all day, and I'm good with that, but I haven't messaged anybody. And I realized, okay, I need to get on top of that. And I'll literally like spend like 10, 15 minutes just messaging people and try to at least get 10 people. And then they end up messaging me back at that time because most people are on Facebook at that time. So at least I got a few conversations going before I go to bed. So that's like one of my rules on a daily basis is, have I messaged people? Have I followed up? And the number one thing is you have to keep track of that. Make sure that you're writing the names somewhere. And let me see if I have my notebook. I'm a pen and paper person. I don't really like using Excel or any of that stuff. So I did type that 150 names in the beginning, like before we even started the Team Cup. But even after that, like I've still been writing names down. like on a daily basis, people, and I put dates because I want to make sure I know that what date I contacted them and when I want to message them again. I usually I give them 2 to 3 days before. If they haven't messaged me back, I'll message them after 2 to 3 days if I haven't heard from them. And again, if they don't message you back, still don't take it personal. A lot of people don't use Messenger, so I just keep, I'll send 2 to 3 messages, and at that point where I don't get any response, then I just move on to the next person. So that's, this is the core of what we do as coaches is talking to people and messaging and keeping track of this, because if we don't keep track, then we can't figure out who to follow up with and, who's ready, who's almost there, and kind of focusing on them, the people that are almost there versus the people that you just started conversations with, which you should be starting every single day with new conversations, but your focus should be on following up on people that have asked you about what you've been doing, or have posted something about their health or something about eating, or I've been seeing a lot more posts lately about oh man, I ate like crap this past weekend. Like I'm like, that for me, that's like a signal, like, hey, okay, let me message this person. Not that I'm gonna be talking about what they ate, but come on. Okay, come on. Sorry, guys. Come here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You want to come on here too? So my focus is always on people that seem interested, that are struggling with some aspect of their health and are willing to listen. I never take anybody off my list. The only time I take somebody off my list is when they've actually invested in a program already. They're off the list. They become a coach. Or they've told me like straight out, like, leave me alone. I know what you do as a coach, and I'm not interested. The rude people, because there's people that say no right now, and I leave them on my list. But I've had people that have really sworn at me, and I just take them off the list. So I just make sure I don't bug them again. But that's what we do, guys. And so I want you guys to utilize this power hour for the next 10 days and focus your time. I know maybe some of you work 13, 14 hours. I know Megan does, and Lily, I think you work that like 12, 13 hours too. So, even if you have to do the power, 30-minute power time, after work or before work, to kind of just get that in there. But like I said, like, I don't feel like I've done coaching and I haven't done my job if I haven't talked to anybody. So focus on that. If you need to focus on like 3 things during that hour of 30 minutes is making new conversation, follow-ups, and invitations for at least those 30 minutes. And then, at least try to get 1 or 2 posts during the day in your Facebook page, so that you can start building that affinity, that following as well. So how do you guys feel about the power hour? Like, how have you guys done it? Have you struggled? Let me see. I'm reading a question. Yeah. Lily, I've done trainings. There's actually a training in the Coach Online office exactly for how to follow up with your lead customers. And I literally copied and pasted the message. I kind of like tweaked it a little bit to make it personal. But there is a way to like a message to send them. But I have done the emailing, texting, and leaving messages, and most people don't respond. I've had, out of the people that I've messaged, I've had 1 that emailed me back, and I was able to put in a challenge group. But everyone else hasn't. It's just, you just have to keep trying to message them. But in the Coach Online office training for lead customers, it tells you that you need to at least message them within 24 hours. and follow up with them. There's like a process on how to do that. So, oh, you've watched the trainings and watched the videos. Okay. No, I don't think you're doing anything wrong, because I've hit that roadblock too with lead customers. I'm telling you, like, and then like one of my lead customers swore at me and put the emoji middle finger in the text message. So I was like, okay, buddy, you didn't have to be rude. I was just introducing myself. Like, I literally introduced myself, and he was like, I don't know you, and gave me the middle finger. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna message you again. So yeah, I mean, I just message people. Some people have been straight out like, I'm all set, I'm not interested in you coaching, and I just take them off my list. But everyone else, I just kind of like try to message every so often, and go from there. Some people get lucky, some people don't. So you just gotta just stay consistent and keep doing it. Like I said, out of all the people since March, I've been getting consistently lead customers, and I've only had 1 or 2 people that have messaged me back. So, I mean, the only thing I can think of is again, I was telling Megan earlier when we were talking, is YouTubing lead customers and figuring out what the best, maybe there's a different way to go about it. So I might do it too. I haven't really been focusing too much on lead customers because of that reason. Probably should be focusing more, but I haven't. What other questions do you guys have?
Mommy.
No. It's okay. Eso. ¿Sacas esto? No, eso no sirve ahí. Eso no sirve. Yeah. Dile a Isabela, vete. Dile a Isabela que te lo ponga. Bye.
No.
It doesn't fit there, buddy. So how you guys are good? You think you guys can accomplish like at least a 30-minute power hour if at least on your days you work, and then a power hour on your days off? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's my focus. You know, I want us to be able to I want each of you guys to hit it, you know, this month, and it's always my goal to hit it every month too. It's not just for the points, but it's ultimately, this is the foundation. I don't know if you guys saw the Melanie Mitro video. I'm trying to think where I posted it in our team, I believe, but she talks about how, you know, new coaches really should just focus on helping 3 people per month and not really building their team quite yet, because that's the foundation. That's the foundation of our business, is building customers, or not customers, people that are actually getting results. And those are the ones that usually become coaches. So, you know, that's what our focus is finding people that need the help. They just need that push, and then going from there. So, you know, there are people that need the help, guys. It's not like they don't exist. They do exist.
Mommy,
we gotta stay consistent doing that.
Mommy,
See. Throughout the day, yeah, spend over. There's more things to get. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely, Lily is. I would definitely focus on using a timer. I had that issue in the beginning too, is trying to use my time wisely, because I felt like I was wasting so much time doing like mindless things that were not coach related or not moving my business forward, and it was draining. And at some point I felt like I don't feel like I want to do this anymore, because again, I wasn't getting anywhere because I wasn't staying focused. And so I felt like I wasn't succeeding. But once I started getting more focused and using my time more wisely, I actually started to see better results. So try to write down how much time you want to use for each of those categories. You can use that sample that I just showed you in the video, the sharing the screen for timing, or you can make up your own. determine how much time you want to use for each of those. But I've done the power hour list. It was 30 minutes, and I got more done in 30 minutes than I did before in 2 to 3 hours. And that video or that live power hour that she did, or live 30 minutes, taught me how to do it better. So make a list, guys, and put it in a notebook, and I will refer that to the notebook every time you're gonna sit down, or every time you're gonna go on the phone, if you need to take a picture of it, or write it in your notes in the phone, so that you know exactly how much time you're gonna give each thing, and make sure you stick to that time and move on. So does that seem feasible? Like, I know it's kind of hard to kind of stay focused, but I think that's what's helped me this year, is to really get more focused, because I didn't know where to go when I first started, and getting that power hour done is what kept me focused. I don't think I had any other. Let me see. Looking at my. Let me see if this would help you guys. Oh shoot! Did I take you guys off? Oh no, you guys are there. I didn't see you for a second. All right. Let me see. So yeah, like another thing that you can use too. I don't know if you guys use these. Let me share the screen real quick one more time. I don't know what my son is listening to. It sounds Chinese. Okay, sure. There we go. Okay, so this is another thing that I found for posts. I don't know if you guys are struggling too with what to post throughout the day. It doesn't have to be the exact times or in this exact order, but it kind of helps me figure out what to be posting. Sometimes, like, I just run out of ideas and just like, oh, I don't know what to post right now. So I've used this as a guideline sometimes, like inspiration, workout selfie, funny quote, fitness, nutrition. So again, this will help you also to be able to build a following, and also help you find people to talk to, because as people start liking or commenting on your posts, you have someone to talk to now. And you can always have those people, to go back to, after a few conversations, to be like, hey, you remember when I posted about this this fitness tip, whatever, and you liked it, and I was wondering if you had any questions about it. How have you been doing, or are you interested in finding out like a workout routine? Are you struggling? You always have something to kind of go off when they've liked or commented on your post, versus just like randomly messaging them. So that's why, like, for me, I try to post like 6 or 7 times throughout the day, because as people like it, I have people to talk to now. Like, I don't like randomly message people. People like are like, I have content to message them about. So that helps me too. So I literally have like that whole, like, my whole Pinterest for those categories, those pictures that you just saw was like for my online business or coaching pins, and I also have challenge group pins. So that's just ways for you guys to get more organized and kind of figure out where you guys want to go. Oh, okay, Lily, I just started this right now. No time or no money excuse, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I've been there too with no time or no money excuse too, with prospects, and yeah, I've hit a roadblock sometimes with them, and sometimes if I do, like, I just bring it back to them, like I was telling Megan earlier, and maybe like I just talk about their life again, and sometimes that first no is okay. Like I said before, it takes about seven tries or 7 contacts or 7 interactions with somebody before they actually say yes. all the people, like a lot of my points or the challenges that I'm getting now were people from like 6-7 months ago, or even up to a year ago, that were saying no. And I just have continuously followed up with them, and they're like astonished. They're like, Natalie, I don't know how you have had patience with me and messaging me all this time. And it's just because I tell them I'm genuinely trying to help you, and so that's why I've always continued following up with you. So it's helped to keep that follow-up list, because a lot of people say no the first time, and it's like we said before, is either they're scared of being committing. They failed before in the past. We have to find out, like, how they failed, what caused their failures, and why are they scared right now. What are they spending their money on? Like, people say that they don't have money, but then they're going to the salon every weekend, and that's like, getting their hair done, or getting their nails and manicure pedicures done, and going to the club and drinking. Like, how much are they spending on that stuff? Like, you gotta kind of, like, obviously you don't want to throw that in their face, but you keep talking to them and be like, hey, what do you do as a hobby? What do you do on the weekends? And you kind of like be nosy. And I figured out that they've done stuff like that, and I'm like, so wait, you can afford that? How can you afford that? And that, I kind of like turn it around on them, and sometimes it works, sometimes they're like, they say that that's their priority. And so if that's their priority, they want to go clubbing and drinking, then that's their priority. You can't change that right now until the point where they come to you and they say, okay, I'm done. I'm being 30 pounds overweight. I need your help. Then you can, they're more open to listen to you. So yeah. And then with the no time, come on, Lily, like, you and Megan have made the time. So, I think the working woman who works 12 plus hours, who says, who makes the time, is a perfect example to be put. Like, that's when in that case, I'm like, when they say I have no time, I said, I bring it back to me. I'm like, I totally been there. Like, I know exactly how you feel. Like, you have to validate what they're feeling, so that they don't feel like you're trying to push them. Just be like, you can relate to them. Like, yeah, I work like 12-hour shifts. I usually don't get home until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And, and what's helped me is my 22-minute workout or my 30-minute workout, to get it done. Just bring it back to you and your experience and how you've been able to do it, and the support that you'll give them in that process, and what's helped you have the challenge groups, that accountability, to get them on track. So use those experiences. And again, they may still say no, guys, but it's a no. They may give you 7 no's before they say yes. Just keep them on your list. Keep following up with them, because that's how we show we care about them. It's not just about the sale, that we're consistently following up and seeing how their life is. So, it was hard for me in the beginning to hit Success Club, but I was always consistently messaging people and staying consistent and following up with them every single month, even if it took a year. I've been following up with them, and some of them are saying yes now, so don't give up, and know that, you will find people that are ready for it. You just keep on fighting for it, and don't beat yourself up. I mean, we all fail to get to where we are. So, just use those failures to kind of push you even more. Any other, hopefully that helps, guys. It's just my personal experience on what's helped me. No, that's okay, Lily. Like the ones that said no, like how much time do I give them before I follow up again? Is that your question? Okay, so for my no's, like if they say no, not right now, I ask them, like, when would be a good time? When do you feel like you'll be ready for this? Or I usually always follow up with that question. Some people tell me like, oh, I'm waiting, like right now, for example, I have to buy my kids' school supplies, so maybe September would be a good time. I put them on my list for September. If they don't give me a right out answer when they're going to be ready, like they just say, like I'm just not ready right now, and they don't really have a time frame, then I just try to do it on a monthly basis, and I keep them on my list, and I just put them into my next month's list of follow-ups, and I just keep doing that every single month. I follow up with them, and then sometimes they'll say like, oh, you know, I need to wait till the end of the month. Like I know some of you said that some people are waiting till the end of the month, which is coming up very soon. Is I follow up like not the last day of the month. I follow up like, let's say next Monday. So wait, not next Monday. So I would say I follow up by this Thursday or Friday, so that you give them a deadline. Like, hey, I remember you telling me that you wanted to wait till the end of the month. I just wanted to make sure, you know, I wanted to let you know I haven't forgotten about you. And, you know, I want to make sure I help you out this before the end of the month and so on. For this event that we're running right now for September 5th, the deadline is going to be August 31st. So that at least they have 5 days to get their package in the mail. So I give my people deadlines, like people that just are not committing. I said, hey, listen, I know it's a tough time right now, but, you know, I'm telling you, like, this will help you, blah, blah. And I give them a deadline, and I tell them, like, you know, in addition to that, you know, right now I can hook them up with a personal development book, which is my goal, is to help them with the personal development book. Or I'm going to be doing prizes for this event, and there's some stuff that I got for free at Summit, and it's a what do they call these? The resistance bands. I think it's called whatever that the resistance bands are. I got like 30 of these or something like that, and then I got like a fat measure, like how to measure your fat, and so but yeah, body fat tester. So I got a ton of these too. So like I'm gonna throw these to people that, you know, that are interested. They just need a little like fish or something, a little hook to commit. So, you know, give them a deadline, and, you know, offer what you can for them. You want one? You have no fat, Lily. You're like 6-pack, like 9-pack. I've seen your abs. But yeah, you know, just offer them when you can. You know, in the beginning, obviously, I didn't have as much to offer. I literally like would do thank you cards, and I would do, you know, like the cheapest little thing, but they appreciated that little gesture that I gave them for joining me. So just go above and beyond. Always think about it how can I go above and beyond for my people that are committing to me, because that's gonna build your reputation, and people are gonna be like recommend you because they like, wow, like, yeah, Lily, like she went above and beyond for me to do this, and not only that, but she's going above and beyond after, and that's key because we're about giving the best customer service to people. So yeah, hopefully that helps. But, you know, this is our push the next 10 days. We have to, you know, if you have to work around the clock, I've done it, guys. I've done late nights, early mornings to hit that deadline. And I'm there with you guys. I'm pushing through. I'm still not there yet either. So don't give up. It's not 12 o'clock on the 31st yet. You still have time. So don't think that you don't have time. I've hit my goals literally by 12 p.m. the last day of the month. So just keep on fighting, and know that I'm here to support you. And if you want me to, I can literally check up on you every single day to see how you're doing, and send you messages, and we can just literally maybe just continue talking even more through our chat and staying more in touch, to kind of push ourselves even more. I'll be up for that too, if you guys are up for it. So I hope that helps. Got a couple more minutes before the thing shuts off, unless it shuts off before that. Any other questions? All right. So I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for staying on here. And I hope you guys have a good night and rest up. See you guys.